would be, might be, and must not be. Our minds are born festering with sin. Some are so blighted, they will never find redemption. The mind must be pulled up from the roots.
Would you like to pray with me?
Children are without blame, without fault, and without choice. For what is the value of will when the spirit is found wanting?
I'm Dr. Pettifalk, Elizabeth, and I'll be taking care of you.
Get away from me.
Defiant, even after all this time. The witch just left you here. You need to give up on your life.
It will come.
The specimen needs to be destroyed. We couldn't even hold her in that tower, and now the prophet... Destroy the lamb? His hair? If we modify the procedure, we could...
And what did the Lord receive in return for his gifts? Eve and her apple, Sodom and Gomorrah. Humanity wrote a bad check, and blood was the only way to settle accounts. For what is Columbia, if not a different arc in a different time?
The child is ready. It's time.
Prophet, even if we cure her, why do you think she'll do what you ask?
My daughter has two problems, Doctor. One is the condition that science will cure her of. The other affliction is of a spiritual nature.
What affliction is that?
Hope.
Your surgery is tomorrow, you know. You better eat. Oh, you still expect DeWitt to burst in and rescue you, don't you? It's been 6 months.
6 months.
Wipe away the debt. But in the end, he is the one who'll have to pay down all of our accounts, won't he? Where does his guilt start? And mine end. A man once promised me that he would free me of my chains. But in the end, he abandoned me to serve his own needs. But in some ways, I thank him. He showed me exactly how much faith our species deserved. God put his faith in men once too. Seems that we have something in common. Disappointment. I did not always love the Prophet. In truth, I ran from his embrace. I even denied that I was his. I followed a man who seemed to be everything my father was not. That man was a false shepherd. And when the wolves came for me, he was nowhere to be found. The days pass. I believe less in God and more in Lutece. My powers shrivel as my regrets blossom. All of this because my father failed me. time I realized how far I'd gone, it was too late to stop it. But there is still one last chance at redemption for both of us.
There's the switch.
What I've done cannot be undone. I cannot stop what I have put in motion. But perhaps I can keep it from ever starting. He was my first hope. And now, he is my last.
Should be able to head downstairs and get to Elizabeth now.
the leash comes off. Because all of this has to end. But even if I destroy the siphon, will I be strong enough to see all the doors and open whichever I choose? And if I bring him here, who is to say that he would be any match for the monsters I have created?
Elizabeth, hold tight! What? It's a tear. What is it?
Why do you ask what?
When the delicious question is when.
Lives, lived, will live.
Dies, died, will die.
As you can see, Booker, the lunatics are running the asylum. They don't even listen to me anymore. All I can do is watch as what I set into motion slides into its terminal stage. It took all I had left in me just to bring you here.
Elizabeth, I don't understand. I heard you screaming. I was coming to get you. Are we...
Here. Take my hand. The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. Say what you will about Comstock. He was a hell of a fortune teller. Wasn't the torture that broke me. Wasn't the indoctrination. It was time. Time rots everything, Booker. Even hope.
I was coming.
Songbird. He always stops you.
Yes, but I would find a way.
No. It's too late for me. I brought you here for your sake. Yours and hers. Here.
What is this?
It's for her. She'll know how to read it.
What does it say?
It's advice.
Advice on what?
How not to become me.
I'm back. In 1912. Before she... There's still time.
You two men upstairs. If she gets ornery, just hit her with...
Comstock! What are you doing to her? Let her be!
Mr. Durant, what's the expression? Day late and the dollar short.
Maybe if I shut down those machines from upstairs.
Can't we give her something to quiet her down? Well, the prophet says half the procedure is the pain.
When the body cries out, the spirit listens. Do you hear that screaming, DeWitt? That is the sound of your interference. You have led my daughter into temptation.
She is not your daughter!
Perhaps not now, but trust me when I tell you she will be.
The Lord judges, I act.
Crush you like
Surround
a bug. Get behind him! Kill you!
Elizabeth, I'll be right there! I got you, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. You ready?
Just do it.
Here.
Help me with this.
I think someone meant for you to have this.
What is it?
Just read it.
Your dream of New York happens. It's me. I'm the one who...
She's given us a way to get past Songbird. We're gonna find an airship and we'll leave
Booker.
Paris, Elizabeth. Remember, you wanted to go
We're
to...
not leaving. We are going to find Comstock.
Why?
You saw what he turns me into. I will not allow that.
And so what, you're going to kill him?
Is this where you start moralizing, Booker? You forget. I know you.
I'm not going to let you kill him.
Really? Booker? What are you going to do to stop me?
Not a damn thing. Because I'm gonna do it for you. And now to find the Prophet.
Comstock's Zeppelin is outside. The hand of the Prophet, he calls it.
When did you learn that?
I've been here for a while.
How long?
Long enough. I hope Comstock got what he wanted from me. Because he is not going to have long to use it.
It's locked.
Sure thing. It's done.
procedure should help immensely with the issues we've had with the girl. Once the device is implanted, any effort on her part to alter the state of things will emit a most painful electric shock. Pavlov made a dog salivate. We'll make this one weep.
Perfect. Can you get this open?
There. This doesn't make any sense. Everything here is a cipher that I understand except for this symbol. It's a cage. Did she say anything about this?
No.
Hand of the Prophet, Comstock's flagship. I've got to find a way on board.
Stay here. I'll handle this.
We're doing this together, or I'm doing it alone. Either way, I need to know the thing's been done.
DeWitt, you struggle against prophecy like a stone loosed from a sling. How thrilling to launch, how breathtaking the apex, and how terrible. The descent as gravity drags you down into the inevitable.
There.
What's that sound?
Look! Take cover! They must be duds.
Now! Those aren't duds. They're...
Look around you, Elizabeth. I built all of this for you. You are my heir, and my blood. And what has DeWitt ever done for you? To him, you are now what you always were. A means to an end.
To the Lord.
Still looking. So, take them.
Thanks. Lockpicked.
Let me have a look. It's done.
Can you open this, Elizabeth?
Sure thing. There you go.
My brother has presented me with an ultimatum. If we do not send the girl back from where we brought her, he and I must part. Where he sees an empty page, I see King Lear. But he is my brother, so I shall play my part, knowing it shall all end in tears.
Found some money. Want it?
Set to return to the hand of the Prophet. I am awaiting your order to proceed. Right you are. We depart to the hand of the Prophet.